So, today I have brought the topic third normal form for you as doubt raised by Upasya and many of you. So, I think I have to discuss a little bit more about third normal form. So, Upasya, this lecture is for you and for all of you who have some doubts on third normal form. And thank you for asking me to have a more discussion, or I can say a little bit illustrative discussions with some examples on third normal form. Okay, so let's discuss about the third normal form. So before that, I hope you have a clear concept on first normal form and second normal form. As per the first normal form is concerned, you have seen that we try to follow the atomicity there. And as per the second normal form is concerned, you have seen that we try to do what? We try to remove partial dependency there. Now, a table or a relation will be in third normal form. First of all, it should be in second normal form. Means that if some partial dependency, that is some part of a candidate key, is deriving something, then we have to break it, we have to remove that partial dependency. So this should be in second normal form, and it should not contain any transitive partial dependency or simply transitive dependency. Okay. So transitive dependency means if little fact you have to know they suppose x implies y and y implies z, and x implies z is there, then this is called as what? Transitive dependency. So we'll break this, we'll break the relation into more, means two tables say, where this transitive dependency will no longer exist. Then why we are using third normal form? First of all, third normal form is used to reduce the data duplication, and it is also used data integrity achievement. Okay, so we try to integrate, means we try to convert our table to third normal form so that we can achieve data integrity. And believe me, if you know up to third normal form properly, and that's sufficient for it, that means your development of a project based on, either you can consider is web-based project or any type of project where the redundancy removal is concerned. Means to say that if you can remove the redundancy, means you can remove the so that that will be normalized up to third normal form, then that is sufficient. Although we have BCNF, 4NF, fifth normal form, if you can means convert it into the higher normal forms like fourth normal form, fifth normal form, BCNF, so that is also okay. But at least up to third normal form, you have to consider. Okay. So if there is no transitive dependency for non-prime attributes, then the relation must be in third normal form. So now, if we are talking about the third normal form mathematically, then you can consider the definition as a relation is in third normal form if it holds at least one of the following conditions. I have said at least, okay, at least one of the following conditions for every non-trivial functional dependency x implies y. X is a super key or y is a prime attribute. That is, each element of y is a part of some candidate key. Got it? So if there is a functional dependency like x implies y, then I can say that this is in third normal form if x is a super key or y is a prime attribute, or both of them. At least one of them should be considered, then that will be in what? Third normal form. And I'm talking about one functional dependency. Suppose we have three functional dependency like that, then all of them should consider this fact or these conditions. Then only I can say that the whole relation will be in third normal form. Do remember that x should be either a super key or y should be a prime attribute. Well, Now consider this table, employee table. Employee ID, employee name, employee zip, employee state, employee city. These are the attributes and these are the respective values. Now you see the super key in this table may be either employee ID, okay, then we may have employee ID and employee name as a combination. If both of them together also imply every other attributes, or employee ID, employee name, employee zip, and so on. But employee ID alone can identify all those other attributes value. Now, candidate key will be our, of course, employee ID. Minimal super key is the candidate key. You know that. So, out of these keys, super keys, we will consider employee ID as our candidate key. Why? Because this is the minimal. Only, one attribute is here. Okay. Now, non-prime attributes in the given table, all attributes except employee ID are non-prime. Okay. Now, employee state and employee city dependent on employee zip and employee zip dependent on employee ID. Okay, employee state and employee city. Employee state, this one is employee state, and our employee zip. Okay, they are dependent on what? They are dependent on employee ID. But you know, employee zip is also dependent on employee ID. So this means to say that this state information and this state information and this city information can be obtained from zip. Don't means confuse it. The zip you can consider as the pin number. Means if you know the pin number, so suppose I'm considering 785001. That is the pin number of Jorhat city. So particular that pin number will imply that that city is Jorhat, and when you know the city, obviously you will know the state also, that is Assam. So that's all. So means we may say that from employee zip we can consider means as a key because it can imply both of them, employee state and employee city. But this employee zip is dependent on employee ID because that employee zip is for that particular employee which has the ID, say 222. Okay, 222, that is 222 employee ID has the employee zip, this 201010. So basically, I mean to say that this employee state is dependent on employee zip and employee zip is dependent on employee ID. But again, this employee state can be directly obtained from employee ID, isn't it? Because employee ID is our key, candidate key. So we have a transitive dependency here. Why? I'm repeating again. See, I'm again implying that employee zip is implying employee state and employee state is implying employee ID. Again, employee ID is implying what? Employee zip. Okay, so this is actually what? This is a transitive dependency. This should not be exist in our table to be in third normal form, isn't it? So we need to break it. That's why we need to move the employee city and employee state to the new table, employee zip table, with employee zip as a primary key. Yeah, of course, we can do that because if we know the employee zip, I have already told you we can know the employee state information also, employee city information also. So we'll break this into a new table, employee zip table. And other employee table will have the information employee ID, employee name, employee zip. Clear? So these are the information contained in employee table. Now there is no transitive dependency here because no employee state and employee city information here because that is being brought to another table, employee zip table. So the transitive dependency is totally removed. So now I can say that these are in our third normal form. Okay. So I hope with this example the concept is clear to you. Isn't it, Upasya? Please let me know whether you have got it or not. Okay, and I believe that all other students who have doubt on this third normal form is now clear to you. So just a little question to you. What is the condition for third normal form? I'm again asking the same question. Do comment it. Thank you. Bye-bye.